Hi Taurus, this is your reading with me for September 2020. I hope you are doing well. Alright, we're going to have a look and see what tarot is showing us. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. If you'd like to win a free reading with me, do check out the description box below since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, information will be in the description box below. They're done within 24 to 48 hours. Last thing I want to mention is my intention items are on Etsy. So I'm actually wearing a few of the bracelets right here. I'm wearing a love one, a law of attraction one, and a yin and yang bracelet as well. These are meditated with, they're sage, they're there to remove obstacles and challenges from different areas of your life, international shipping. And if you want to see the reviews to see how other people have seen results with them, please do check out my Etsy store. Link will be in the description box below. There are also necklaces, crystals, intention embroidered cards, lots of different items, so do check those out as well. Okay, so Taurus, let's have a look. The World with a Page of Wands. Okay, so this is of course a love reading. For September, Knight of Pentacles. You're very slow on acting upon something here. Sorry, I just have to say that, you know, Tauruses are very, very slow in regards to certain things, especially in regards to commitment, I will say. So, you know, there's definitely you sort of being like, I need to think about this first. I really need to, you know, sort of ponder upon it, wonder upon it, not go too quickly with things. And that's the Knight of Pentacles, that's you, okay? That's a stationary horse and a stationary knight, not going anywhere anytime soon. But it's like you really want to think about things before you're making moves. And so I really feel here, Taurus, that you're making some kind of a move, but you're very, very slow about it. Whether you're single and you're making a move on someone, or whether this is you making a move on someone from your past, there's definitely something here where there's this energy of communication where you're wanting to put forth communication towards someone, okay? So I just want to say, like, you know, making moves is definitely the vibe that we are vibing with here in September. Also the World card as well. It definitely shows here that there's some form of change in your routine or your cycle in terms of your everyday routine. There's definitely some changes here that you're wanting to make. You want to be more on top of the world. You want to feel free. You want to feel good. You want to feel balanced. But I really feel here that there is that energy of like love that you're really missing out on. It's like a void in your heart, and it's like something you just really want, and it just makes you feel more fulfilled and more happier. And so you're really wanting that, and you're really trying to go towards that more in September here. That's what I'm seeing. Page of Wands shows interactions. It shows flirtatious energy, communication. Some of you may feel emotionally very drained, and you might be, you know, that's why you're perhaps taking things a little bit slower. You're perhaps thinking, okay, well, you know, I just need to go slowly so that I know what I want, and that I'm not, you know, sort of providing perhaps myself with unrealistic expectations at the same time. So the Eight of Swords here shows that you felt trapped for a while now, and you felt upset and you're not sure why. And I feel like love is one of those things where it can be so freeing, and it can be so giving, and it can be so, you know, it's a partnership, you know, and it's so beautiful in many ways. So definitely feel here that that's what the chaos here is that you're missing out on love, and you really want love. But it's almost like for some of you, you're keeping yourself away from it and not realizing that that's actually what is causing a lot of this inner turmoil. But I feel like you're going to want to make some moves. You're going to want to take things into your own hands. Perhaps you've been listening to a lot of people's advice, and they've just been saying like, no, you know, do your own thing, do this, do that. But in the back of your mind, you're like, but I really want, you know, I really want to explore this. I really want to see where it goes. I don't want to, you know, miss out on this. Like, this is like a, perhaps for some of you, a 1 in a million kind of person who you just want to explore things with. And so you might be listening to 100 people telling you 100 things, but you might not be listening to your heart. And I think it's really important here to listen to your heart for sure. If you're asking 1 million people and not asking yourself, then that's, you know, it's a bit of a worry. 9 of Wands. You know, 9 of Wands here, wondering, pondering, thinking, contemplating. There's a lot of thinking that's going on here, right? It's almost like you know deep down what you want, but you're trying to fight it. Ace of Pentacles. See, you know what you want. especially if this is someone that wanted you and perhaps you said no, 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 or perhaps they're waiting for an answer and you're just sort of doing your own thing. I do feel that you may have regrets if you don't give them an answer soon enough. They could move on with someone else, and you might be left feeling very regretful. That's also an energy that's coming through here. It's almost like some of you are kind of tied up in your own energy, doing your own thing, not realizing that there could be someone here waiting for you, and that could actually make you feel even worse if you see them move on with someone. You know, a lot of people do that actually with ego. It's not that I'm saying that you're doing that necessarily, but a lot of people do that. They just expect that, you know, someone's just going to be there waiting their entire life for someone. This also could be you know, waiting on the other side. But some people, they just, you know, think like, okay, well, I'm just going to, you know, do my own thing and whatever. That person's always going to be waiting there. And then it's a literal shock when they see that person move on. And it literally just breaks them down. But they had perhaps years, months, weeks even to give a decision, and they didn't, out of their own ego. And I think that's a really, like, I'm not saying that this is you specifically, but I think that's a really like cowardice kind of move to make, because it's so, you know, it's so like, it's like you're sort of controlling someone or like manipulating someone. Not you specifically, okay, I'm just talking about the scenario. It's horrible, right? Where someone's sort of waiting, and then, you know, people take advantage of the person that's waiting, and then when that person finally moves on, it's like all of a sudden there's this urgency, right? So I'm just saying here, if you are sort of, I don't want to make it sound terrible, but if you are sort of making someone here just wait and you think they're going to be there forever, think twice on that, all right? Just think twice on that, because think about how much regret you'll have if they do move on. So the Two of Pentacles, well, Two of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Six of Swords, flipped over as well. Okay, yeah, Three of Cups here, especially for those of you in perhaps a third-party situation where, you know, someone's either making a decision based on two people, could be, you know, that you're perhaps in a situation, or you have to make a decision based on what you want. I would say that doing a lot of this analysis sooner rather than later is much, much better, because you may find that someone here could just move on. And this is not a situation where I feel like, okay, you're like waiting for someone and, you know, you're chasing someone. Like, I don't see that specifically here. So if that's the kind of situation you're in where you're literally chasing someone, then that's not what I'm seeing, because here I'm seeing a completely different scenario. So definitely check out your other sign readings. You know, if you're here for your sun sign, check out your moon, rising, or Venus sign reading. Could give you more information. Here I'm just seeing that you're taking your time over something that needs perhaps a little bit more of movement. Okay, that's why I say I really feel here that making moves is quite a good thing to do, in all honesty, because at least then you won't have regrets. I hate that word. I really hate the word regret. It just, oh God, it like punches through your heart, doesn't it? It's one of those things. Eight of Wands, King of Cups, Sun. So, Eight of Wands here, perhaps these are messages, okay? Perhaps this is you trying to iron things out with someone. The Sun here also shows warmth, happiness, and joy. So the sooner you reach out to this person or you try and iron things out, you know, communication is so important. And that's something that people just, they don't do. Some people just pretend that it's easier to ghost people, to not talk to them. You know, they just feel like, oh, that's, you know, it's a simple thing to do, so I'm just going to do that. It's actually a really horrible thing to do. Not saying that you're doing it, but, you know, if someone's done that to you as well, it's just a really horrible thing to do, and you don't deserve that. Okay, I just want to say also that, you know, if someone loves you, cares for you, and respects you, they will never do that. Okay, they will never do that. There's no excuses for doing that. Perhaps they were really busy. Perhaps they got into something, you know, but aside from that, there's no reason for somebody to do that. You know, your best friend should not do that. Your, you know, people that care for you would never do that. They would be by your side in the most difficult times, right? So if you're perhaps thinking like, yeah, but this person, you know, hasn't talked to me in a while, or, you know, perhaps I haven't, you know, it's not a nice thing. So just, I think reviewing everything is a good idea here. Especially if, you know, you wouldn't do that to someone else, but someone else does it to you, you know, it's like your boundaries and your values as well. King of Cups can be quite an emotional month for you here. But just know that, you know, there's power in making moves, okay? If you try and go after someone who clearly shows no interest in you, that's an answer, all right? If you are constantly doing so much for someone that doesn't do anything for you, that's also an answer, okay? So by making moves, you will not actually ruin something, okay? If you make a move too early and they're not ready, that's also an answer. Does it mean that they could be ready later on in life? Yeah, they could be, but then it creates this imbalance, right? And chasing, you know, that kind of energy is also quite harmful. So yeah, this is your reading, Taurus. Gosh, it was a bit of a heavy one, but I think it's so necessary as well. And this is your reading, okay? So take care, stay safe, and yeah, bye.